let's talk about where I'm from. You wanna go? Come on. Let's go take photos. Oh, hey. Oh. I bet that it's the battery. It is. Sweet. I've been wanting one of these for a while. It's funny, you have other vloggers that do a mail time and they'll open things that like nobody has and still not really be excited because it's like, oh, I've got 5 of them. And then you got me, who gets really excited about a battery pack extender thing. My dog is still outside. Ready? Are you ready? Get in there. Something that I find a lot of people that want to do photography find themselves in is the fact that they may not be from a town that's aesthetically pleasing. They're not from an Austin, a Boston, a New York City, but they're from little towns like me. I'm from Brownwood, Texas, which is about 22,000 people. But this episode is here to show you that there's beauty even in those small towns. You just got to look for it. Stay. You better not be peeing on me, dude. All right, now this is where I went to college. This is a small school called Howard Payne University, and just like Brownwood is only 22,000 people, like a real small town. Not real small, but small enough. Howard Payne is about 1,100 students. So this is also where I work as well as an admission counselor. So I have spent a lot of my older years here. You know, I felt like I did most of my growing up in life here, and this is also where I got a little bit more acquainted with videography and photography. Now this episode is to show you that you can find you know, things that are beautiful no matter where you are. If you're way out in the country, if you're in the city, if you're in a little city like this, there's things that people want to see. You know, of course, in a big city, people like to see skylines, people like to see traffic, street photography, that kind of thing. Whenever you're out in the country, people want to see bluebonnets maybe, or you know, a beautiful fence line, old rustic house. Whenever you're in a town like this, people like to see those old mom and pop shops that you know, kind of run the town a little bit. People want to see those old abandoned houses that are still standing and stuff that one day may be renovated. There's tons of those here in Brownwood. There's tons of those everywhere, really. So the point is that there's people out there that want to see something. You just have to figure out what's beautiful to you, where you live, what you find beautiful, and how you're going to make that appealing to other people. So I'm going to take a picture of this tower, and the only thing I'm going to use is my kit lens, my 18-55. And so I want to show the people who also have only a kit lens that you can get beautiful things even with a kit lens. Sorry, Ike. You gotta say this time. So this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about right here. Look at this. Brownwood is filled with this kind of stuff. Just this old... Look, I could stick my lens right through this little gap and get a shot. It's all about just what you see. Okay, so we are now at one of my favorite places in Brownwood. This is actually the first thing I ever saw when I came into Brownwood. It's pretty much what most people see the first time they come into Brownwood, if you're coming from the west side. But this is right off the highway, so here we go. So I hope that now you kind of understand a little bit more about how photography is perceived differently by everybody. The way I see it is different than the way you're gonna see it. Now, of course, if I go to a city, I'll find something awesome there. So you gotta make photography your own. You gotta find what it is that you find beautiful. Don't try to make something for somebody else, try to make something for you. There's 7 billion people in this world, and that means that a lot of people are going to agree with you and what you see beautiful, what you find to be beautiful. So find what that is and just rock it, man. I hope you come along with me as we master photography, something that takes a long time. I've only got 8 months under my belt, but hopefully one of these days when we get to a couple years, maybe 5 or even 10, we just look back and we see how far we've come. So yeah, all right, peace.